Hi guys, a bit of a different one for you today. So I've been noticing something kind of interesting and that I kind of wanted to share. Curious if any of the keyboard nerds know what this is all about. I have this great clackety gaming keyboard from Logitech, as you can see here. I like that I can customize certain things. The function buttons can be set up for custom things using the Logitech software. Now, if you've ever used Logitech Gaming Hub, honestly, not a software that I particularly like. I like that I can customize some things, but the Logitech gaming software, which was the precursor to it, in my opinion, much better. I've had so many more issues with Logitech Gaming Hub, but this video isn't about that. This video is about the keyboards and something that I've been noticing about keyboards, which may be valuable to you if you're in the market for a keyboard. This is not a specific recommendation for a specific keyboard. I think keyboards tend to be a very personal thing. What is nice for one is not necessarily nice for another. But something I've been noticing if you've been thinking about getting a keyboard. So this here is not a mechanical keyboard like a lot of gamers would probably use. This cost me, I think, about in the range of $50 to $70 at most, probably not even that. At Staples a while ago, those are Canadian prices. And this is plastic. This is not, like I said, this is not mechanical. It works for my purposes. I got this when I started doing regular video editing as a day job because I wanted to have something that was slightly more raised. I had a very flat keyboard at the time. I didn't want to shell out all the money for a super fancy mechanical keyboard, but I wanted something more raised. I tried an ergonomic keyboard and I actually found it worse for my hands. You know, those ones that kind of like have this sort of like an angular thing. I didn't find it best for me. I returned this and I ended up using this. Now, I also own this keyboard, okay? I'm not the biggest keyboard nerd that has, racks and racks of keyboards, but these are the two keyboards that I own at this time. This is a wireless Bluetooth keyboard, unlike this one, which is wired. What I got this for specifically is this right here. This is my iPad. Now, sometimes I like to write on my iPad and that kind of thing. As you can see, it's a good size for my iPad. Why I got this as opposed to like a folio with the keyboard built in. This was much cheaper and more versatile because I can use it on a computer as well, not just iPad, use it on iPhone, all these things. These three buttons here actually let you set it up so that you can, it sends a different Bluetooth signal through all of these, so I can just press that button and pair to the iPad, press the other button and pair to the Mac, press the other button, pair to my PC without having to reset it up each time. Now in practice, I have found that I do often have to reset it each time, but that's the concept. Now, here's what I'm noticing lately is I use this keyboard. You'll notice, as you can tell, it's louder. When my toddler is napping in the very next room adjacent to the wall behind me, this can be somewhat loud, and so I don't want to wake her up. So I put this keyboard aside, just like I have right now, and I put this one here, and I use this keyboard as I'm working from home so that it's not as loud. And what I've been finding lately is maybe it's because of the mouse and keyboard placement nice and close together, and I kind of like one hand both instead of with this setup where I really is like both hands here on this one, and then my mouse is kind of pushed even further, as you can see, or I'm gonna have to like push things down here and move this a bit more over. I'm finding that I'm actually kind of preferring using just this keyboard, which is even cheaper than this one. I think I got this one for maybe $40 at Staples. Again, these are Canadian prices, so even cheaper in American money. But this is not an expensive keyboard, and it's very low profile, as I'd say. It's very cheap. A lot of people probably wouldn't like it, but I'm actually finding this smaller is better for me. So it's very personal. Curious what others' experiences have been. I do miss having a numpad when I'm using this, but if I have to do a lot of number inputting for things like settings inside of Premiere when I'm video editing, or if I'm doing anything in a spreadsheet, but overall, finding this better. Not sure why.